Hey guys, so my water just broke. It is 2:51. My water broke at like 1:45. I was laying in bed and I felt a really strong contraction in my sleep, but I just kind of kept sleeping through it. And then I felt another one. And then all of a sudden, I felt this warm, gushing out water like I was peeing on myself. And I waited, and then some more came out. And I tapped my husband, like, babe, my water just broke. And I got up, he came over, more was gushing out. I stood up, more was coming out on the floor. I went to the bathroom, more was coming out. And then there was like this mucusy stuff with blood in it. And I called the midwife. She's like, yep, that sounds like your water just broke. I called my mom, but she is asleep. Shout out to you, mom. Currently having contractions, but they're pretty mild at this point. How I know I'm in early labor is because they said you can still talk through it. And so, like, I'm breathing through it and then I can talk. But once you get to the active, intense part of labor, you won't be able to talk. So the midwife wants us to come in at 7 a.m. So we're kind of just like getting our stuff together. My hospital bag was already packed, thank God. My husband just did his real quick. I'm just pulling out my clothes and what I'm gonna wear. We're gonna head out, I guess, about 6. So I'm gonna try to vlog as much as I can. Don't know how much I will be because don't know how the process is gonna go. But we are feeling excited, a little nervous, but excited because she is on the way and about to be coming. So I'm signing off. I'll check in again when we wake up. They told us to try to get as much rest as we can, so we're going to try to go back to sleep here soon. And then I'll check in if I can when we get up. Guys, so baby Ashton is here. We are almost 24 hours post delivery. She was born at 2:16 yesterday. It's been crazy. I'm so thankful that she's here and that she's safe, and it was a supernatural birth. It was totally different from how I envisioned it, how I planned it, as I suspected. I can't believe that I'm a mom now and that she's here. She's so cute. I love her. I can't wait to get to know her. We've just been bonding as much as we can because we did end up at the hospital. She's been spitting a lot since she was born. All last night. I haven't slept yet because I've been up with her. She's been spitting up. She has some choking moments and it freaks me out every time. But they say it's normal because when the baby is coming through, they swallow a bunch of amniotic fluid. And so they end up like just spitting it out. So she was sleeping. She just started gasping. So that's the reality, right? So yeah, I'm at the hospital, which wasn't my birth plan. I planned to give birth at a birthing center. I labored there, kinda. It was all over the place. The plan was to do the pre-labor like at home, go to a hotel that's closer to the birthing center, and then deliver at the birthing center. The plan started out good. I went to the birthing center. They're like, okay, you're 2 centimeters. We want you to go labor some more and then come back and we'll check you. And so we went to check in at a hotel. It's the hotel. The contractions are picking up every 15 minutes and they are really hurting. We get to the hotel. They have no rooms open. They're like, people are checking out. It should be another hour. I'm like, an hour? Can't wait an hour. So I'm in the lobby, sitting there, contracting in the lobby of the hotel, like doing deep breathing. It's loud in there. So many people coming in and I'm getting irritated. It wasn't a good look. I'm like, you know what? Let me find another hotel because I'm not about to wait here an hour. Like I literally can't. So I called this other hotel 3 minutes away and they're like, they have a room open. Like, is there any way I can get an early check-in? Like, I'm in labor. And he's like, yeah, come on in. We can make a reservation and get you in. So we get there and he's like, well, who did you talk to? Because we don't have anything open. I said, oh my gosh, I don't know who I talked to. I just spoke with somebody and they said that I could come. So I came. So he's like, talking to his coworker. He's like, where's this other coworker at? Like looking for somebody. I don't know if he was looking for the manager. They wasn't about to let me in there. I'm like, I'm in labor. Like, I need a place to go now. Like, when you're in that kind of pain, you're not really trying to hear what nobody is trying to say. You're like, I need what I need now. Finally, he let me in. I'm having contractions, walking to the room. They're just coming in waves. They're coming in waves. I finally get into the hotel. My doula comes. My husband is there, and we're basically laboring. I'm rocking from side to side. I'm taking showers. I'm leaning over the bed. I'm laboring. I'm just taking the contractions and working my way through each one slowly. Not trying to think about the time. Not trying to think about a timeline. We leave the hotel by like 8:30 because by 8:30, contractions are really coming and they're getting stronger. It was to the point when it was time to leave to go to the birthing center, I did not even put pants on. Like, I could not even get pants on. I put a towel and a jacket and some slippers because I could not even get pants on. Like, I'm literally crying. I'm in the elevator, leaving the hotel, having contractions in the elevator, like in a towel, leaning over in the elevator, trying to work my way through each contraction. Then I'm in the car, 8-minute car ride to the birthing center, having contractions in the car. I get into the birthing center, having contractions as I'm getting in there. I lay on the bed, they check me, and why did she tell me you're at 3 centimeters? I said, I know you was effing lying. It's 8:30 p.m. When I first came into the birthing center, 8 a.m. that morning, mind you, 12 hours earlier, I was 2 centimeters. I said, I know you was lying. When I say my heart sank, when I say the disappointment, when I say the sadness, when I say the confusion, I could not believe it, because it's like, wow, this was 12 hours of labor and I've only moved 1 centimeter. When I came in that morning, I was already at 2. At the birthing center, they have a policy that if your water breaks, you're in labor for more than 24 hours, they send you to the hospital because the risk of infection increases apparently. So at this point, it's like 9 something. And so they're having a talk with me like, you have some choices. You can either go back to the hotel, do some more labor, and then come back and we'll check you again and see what's going on, or you can go to the hospital now and get the process started. Like, mentally, I was done with the hotel. Like, that's where I did that portion of labor. I'm like, I can't go back there. I can't. I did not want to go to the hospital. Like, I was really anti hospital, because when you go there, they're going to basically induce your labor, and I really wanted a fully natural experience. But at this point, it was 9 p.m. and I'm weighing it out like, it's been 12 hours and I've only gone 1 centimeter. So another 3 hours is probably not gonna push me to where I need to be in active labor. I'm not about to be at 6 centimeters in 3 hours. Like, I just made the decision, instead of going that route, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go to the hospital. I didn't want an epidural. I didn't want no pain management, but I'm like, I've already endured this much labor and I was exhausted because we only had 1 hour of sleep, because my water broke at 1:45 a.m. So we only had 1 hour of sleep. So mind you, I'm exhausted at this point. Like, I've done all I could do. I've taken the contractions as much as I could take, but I'm physically tired and I'm getting mentally tired. And I'm like, I'm only at 3 centimeters and I have 7 more to go and I have to push. I'm not going to be able to do it like this without no pain management. Like, I need some rest. Like, and you can't hardly sleep when you're having consistent contractions like that. Like, you can't really get any rest. Me and my husband made the decision to go to the hospital, and everybody was really great. I didn't start getting irritated until today, because too many people just kept coming in and out, and too many people was putting their hands on my baby, and I don't like that, trying to push stuff on me and do too much. Like, no. Had some excellent nurses. I said, I need some pain management. Like, I cannot take these anymore. Like, because the contractions were increasing. They checked me. I was still at 3 centimeters. So, like I predicted, 3 hours later, I still was at 3 centimeters. So I made the right call. This is the reality. I'm at 3 centimeters. I don't know when I'm going to get to 10. So I need some medicine. I'm tired, I'm exhausted at this point. Like, I'm mentally exhausted, I'm physically exhausted. I started with laughing gas, and that wasn't strong enough. It made me a little loopy, but it wasn't strong enough. I said no, give me some morphine. It helped a little, it wasn't strong enough. It helped me so I could get a little sleep. I said, bring the epidural. I don't care anymore. Like, I literally can't take this. Like, I need to think about what is best to help me deliver this baby. They brought that epidural in. When I say I felt good, I felt good. The contractions were still coming, but they were more so felt like pressure and not like pain. When I had just the morphine, they felt still painful. When I woke up in the morning, I think they said I was like at 5. They did give me Pitocin to help, increase the contractions by that point. By the time they came back, I want to say at like noon, I had reached like 10 centimeters, so it was almost time to push. So it had progressed really quickly. It jumped from 5 to 10 in a couple hours, so that was exciting because it was like the opposite of what I felt earlier when she was like, you're still at 3. That time it was like, oh my gosh, yay. Like, I went from 5 to 10 in a couple hours, and I think the Pitocin helped it, because I was already, mind you, at 3 centimeters, so the Pitocin helped to kind of kick it up a little bit, and then the epidural helped me to take it. Because once they gave me the epidural, I was on bed rest, basically, like just in the bed. After that, we started doing some pushing, and this girl was out in 30 minutes. Like, I did a few rounds of pushes. Her head started crowning. We pushed her out. It was a very emotional and exciting experience. Of course, my mom recorded that. I won't be inserting that because it's very personal, but she was pushed out at 2:15 p.m. She came on her due date, and then we did have a scare shortly after having her. They were trying to get me to latch her on, and she was suffocating in my boob, and her face and lips were turning blue, and they had to call all of these people in to help her come back alive because her body went limp, and that was a very traumatic experience because she had only been in the world for about 30 minutes. I kept asking the professionals because they put her on me for skin to skin when she first came out. That's what I wanted, but she kept burrowing her head like in my chest and on my skin, which was great, but that was concerning me because I'm like, her nose is covered up, and I kept saying, like, is this okay? Like, is she supposed to do this? Like, can she suffocate like that? I said it like 3 times, and they're like, no, she's fine. Babies breathe through the side of their noses. Like, she's okay. And so I'm like, okay, trying to trust the professionals, but as a mom, my instincts are kicking in. I kept saying it out loud. I'm like, is this okay? Like, is she supposed to be doing that? She started falling asleep, so I thought, but I'm like, that was kind of quick. She wasn't falling asleep. She was unconscious, passed out, and that was the most terrifying experience as a first-time mom that I have had. So that's why I've been up all night, because that moment terrified me. And so anytime she's like choking on her spit or something, that moment flashes back in my mind. But God saved her, and she's alive, and the devil is a liar. He can't take my baby. In the name of Jesus, he can't. I honestly was just in shock, but I was confident that I'm like, God, you didn't bring me all this way to get here and experience something crazy like that. Like, that is not how the story would end. My mom was praying, I was praying, and then she was okay. She was good to go, and she's been good. God kept us healthy, even though we had no insurance until literally the 3rd trimester. That's a whole nother story, but God sustained us and kept us healthy the whole pregnancy. That is how my birth story went. It was disappointing that I couldn't go to the birth center for my labor, but for my delivery. I was there for my labor though. I didn't do delivery there. Would I do it again? I would probably try a home birth next time. I'd rather be in the safety of my own home and have them come out. And then if necessary, and if I have to deliver at a hospital, I will do that. That epidural though, it really got me through. I'm not even hating on it. I'm not hating on it. Labor is no joke. It's really a mental game. But I did the best I could on 1 hour of sleep, and I think I did an amazing job. I deserved that epidural. It was still a supernatural birth, even though it wasn't the way that I pictured it. She still came quickly. Labor accelerated, like I said, from 5 centimeters to 10, a couple hours. I had a 30-minute delivery. So God answered my prayers, and he just showed up. Like, I just kept praying for his strength. I kept relying on him and trusting in him that whatever his will and his plan was what was best. I don't know what's up ahead for us, but and my husband, he's so amazing. He was great. He was such a support. I couldn't have done it without him. Like, I really couldn't have. He was basically my other doula. He was working with the doula, doing the stretches with me, the exercises. He did not leave my side. He started getting weary at the end, but I mean, he was going for 24 hours too on 1 hour of sleep. So he was amazing. That is my birth story. Again, didn't go as planned. What is God trying to say? All in all, he kept us safe. We're healthy. We're here. She's so cute. And yeah, so we're still at the hospital. We're waiting for our checkout, which is supposed to be at 2. So that's in a couple hours. He went to go get us some food. I'm already packed up. I'm ready to go now. Like, I'm ready to get home, get in my bed, bond with the baby, you know, get my postpartum care started, watch some movies. Like, isn't this so cute? It was for a research study. They gave our baby this. So this is what she's gonna wear home. Because this is so funny. I was stressing about packing a hospital bag. Why is my hospital bag still in the car? Never made it out the car. But we were both too tired to ever make it back to the car. So stressed about a hospital bag. Never brought a hospital bag in. I had pajamas, slippers, I had postpartum care. That's my first story, guys. Not what I expected, not what I planned. God is in control of our lives, and he knows what's best for us. We think we know what's best for ourselves so many times, but really he knows what's best for each and every one of his individual children. So I just want to pop on and share that. Brittany told me to share it while it was fresh in my mind, because when she shared hers, it was further behind her. So, oh, he's back with the food. Yeah. Am I gonna eat it all? Dang, it's heavy. Dang, I'm not about to eat all this, man. Ooh, whoa, these are huge. So anywho, guys, that is the story. If you want to follow along on our journey, make sure you hit like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for what's next. Keep living a life with Christ. Bye. Oh, if I hadn't known that.